Hello, my friend. Imagine being able to identify the subtle clues that a lady is fantasizing what it would be like to be with you. This tutorial focuses on exposing the tiny subconscious cues she gives out when her thoughts go into hypothetical terrain. These aren't the telltale symptoms like uneasy laughter or hair flips. By the conclusion of this, you'll know how to recognize the subtle yet impactful ways she expresses her increasing interest. No, these are the uncommon, sometimes overlooked actions that indicate a deeper level of intrigue. Most men are fully clued. When a woman is attracted to you, her eyes don't just linger, they pause, even if only momentarily. This hidden glance pause is a brief hesitation that lasts a beat longer than a casual look. It's a micro-expression of curiosity that frequently occurs when she isn't aware that you're observing. This psychology is intriguing. The extra second of eye contact, or the little pause before she turns away, may be her mind analyzing an internal what-if moment about you. According to body language research that reveal when someone is attracted, their brain produces dopamine, enhancing their focus and curiosity. In group situations or during ephemeral exchanges, you'll frequently notice this. For instance, she might stare at you during a meeting, hold the look long enough to be apparent, and then quickly turn her head away. Even though these pauses are subtle, they are a subconscious sign that you're taking up more of her thoughts than one. 2. She repositions herself to face you completely. Attraction isn't just about what she says or looks like, it's also about how she aligns her body. When a woman unconsciously changes her posture to face you directly, even in casual settings, it's a telltale sign of interest. According to evolutionary psychology, people are drawn to people who create a sense of closeness and attention. For instance, during a meeting, she may turn her chair slightly in your direction or angle her feet toward you in a crowded room. This subtle movement indicates that she wants to connect. For instance, if you're at a social gathering, her body may initially face the group, but over time, she aligns her torso, hips, and even her feet toward you. This isn't just being polite, it's her subconscious telling you, have my attention. 3. Lowering her voice in the middle of a conversation can be a surprise clue when a lady is imagining being with you. She is emotionally invested if her tone softens, her pace slows, or her delivery becomes warmer. This tonal shift is frequently subtle, but it stems from vulnerability and a subconscious desire to build a stronger bond. For example, when she speaks to other people, her voice may be more energetic or cheerful, but when she speaks to you, it becomes softer and almost personal. This often happens during one-on-one conversations or quieter moments. For example, if you're talking after a work event and her tone noticeably softens or her speech slows as the conversation turns personal, it's her subconscious communicating comfort and attraction. The key is the contrast of how her voice changes when the focus shifts to you. 4. Frequent touching of personal items. When a woman is attracted to you, her hands can convey information that her words cannot. If she moves her jewelry, dresses, or plays with her hair a lot while you are around, it's not just a nervous habit. It's a subconscious method of getting your attention. This behavior relates to evolutionary biology because it involves grooming or fidgeting with accessories. She's expressing awareness of your presence and improving her appearance with these actions, which aren't intentional but rather spontaneous and motivated by a desire to leave a good impression. For example, you might notice her smoothing her blouse or straightening her necklace while you're speaking, or perhaps she adjusts the strap of her watch or brushes a lock of hair behind her ear several times. These seemingly inconspicuous actions show that she's extremely conscious of how you view her. 5. The smile of the phantom. One of the most obvious yet underappreciated indicators of attraction is the phantom smiling. which occurs when she grins to herself after a conversation with you, frequently when she believes no one is looking. It's her mind reliving a happy memory while relishing the concept of what just transpired. This internal visualization, which occurs when the brain replays and intensifies pleasurable events, is known by psychologists as "this smile" usually appears after you've laughed with her, complimented her, or just had a meaningful conversation. You might notice this brief smile in quieter moments when she's staring at her phone or off into the distance. It's unguarded, unintentional, and incredibly telling. A phantom smile is her subconscious telling you, "I like that interaction, I like him." Now that you've noticed the first 5 subtle cues she's sending you, let's step it up a notch. The next 5 signs are even more revealing. These are the times when most men completely ignore them, but when you see them, you'll understand how deeply she is interested. Pay great attention, since this is where the true magic happens. 6. Staying in your space. One of the most obvious yet often ignored indicators of attraction is her unwillingness to leave you when the talk is over, even if it's just to ask you a final question slowly. She is not indecisive. Rather, it is her subconscious that is resisting separation when she gathers her possessions or even links awkwardly. This conduct results from a natural desire to prolong intimate times. Humans naturally linger around people they find interesting or attractive, even if they are unable to explain why. For instance, you may be in the middle of a conversation when she hovers close by, browsing through her phone or speaking to someone else while remaining in your line of sight. These small pauses aren't unintentional. Rather, they're her method of clinging to the moment. If she fluctuates between light-hearted conversation and suddenly serious queries, she is exhibiting a shift between playfulness and depth. She is evaluating her compatibility on an intellectual and emotional level. She uses this back and forth between teasing and depth to see if you can match her energy while also offering something more profound. For instance, she might make a joke about a peculiarity you mentioned once before moving on to inquire about your aspirations for the future or your early years. The following this. The abrupt transition into serious subjects implies she's picturing what deeper conversations with you could feel like in a music relationship, but the dynamic shift isn't random. Rather, it indicates her latent interest about your life years. 8. Unusual memory for details. When a woman begins to remember small, seemingly unimportant things you've said or done, it's a clear indication that she cares about you. For example, she might remember how you drink coffee, bring up a casual remark you made weeks ago, or mention your favorite movie without your prompting. The brain assigns significance to certain memories associated with someone we're attracted to. These seemingly insignificant details are part of how she imagines the larger picture of what it's like to know you on a deeper level. For example, if she surprises you by remembering a favorite snack or subtly incorporates your interests into her jokes or suggestions, take it as a sign that she's imagining how your preferences and personalities. While purposeful mirroring is a well-known indication of interest, aligning 9 physical synchronization without awareness functions at a deeper level. Unlike intentional mirroring, synchrony occurs subconsciously when 2 people are highly attuned to one another. For example, you may notice her picking up her glass shortly after you do, or adjusting her posture to match yours. It occurs when her movements, speech patterns, or even breathing naturally align with yours without her realizing it, promotes harmony and trust, and is one of the most obvious signs that her body is responding to her attraction without you realizing it. If you observe this type of synchronization in your inner movements, it's a clear indication that she feels at ease with you and is envisioning a deeper relationship. 10. One of the most basic and telling signs of attraction is absent-minded physical touch. But the kind of touch matters. Look for subtle, seemingly inadvertent gestures where she brushes your arm, leans in closer than is necessary, or lightly touches your shoulder while you're laughing. These touches are frequently brief but profoundly revealing because they indicate. If you found these signals helpful, please remember to like the video, leave a comment below, and share which signals surprised you the most. She may also rest her hand on your arm while making a point or lean so close during a conversation that your shoulders touch. These small moments are her way of testing boundaries in a safe, natural way, while imagining what it would be like to be even closer to you. Comfort, trust, and an instinctive curiosity about physical closeness make these gestures even more reliable because they are subconscious rather than conscious movements.